considerable dent in the Vachanamrut so far. Let us read yet another passage from the Discourses that were shared from a certain spiritual being's life in the last 10 years as he lived in Gujarat, India, sharing under the name of Bhagwan Swaminarayan and many other epithets. Let's see what this passage has to say, called Gadhadā 175, Redeeming 71 Generations. On Vaishak Vadhi 11, Samvat 1876, or the 8th of May 1820 in our calendar, Swami Sri Sahajanand Ji Maharaj. We were just learning about what that name means today in our reading of In Love at Ease. Ananda means bliss. Sahaja means natural or organic. So his name, Sahajanand Ji, means natural bliss. He was sitting on a large decorated cot under the neem tree in front of the mandir of Sri Vasudev Narayan in Dada Khachar's Darbar in Gadhadā. He was wearing a garland of yellow flowers around his neck and was dressed entirely in white clothes. At that time, an assembly of munis, as well as devotees from various places, had gathered before him. Thereupon, Sura Khachar asked, I wonder if this is, if Sura Khachar is related to Dada Khachar, who owns this darbar. It is said that 71 generations. By the way, other interpretations of the original text, which are also in accordance with the Hindu scriptures, include 21 and 101 generations. The 21 generations include the current generation and the 10 previous generations and the 10 following generations. Anyway, it is said that 71 generations of a family that contains a devotee, someone who looks up to the divine with reverence, are redeemed. But many in that lineage may even be enemies of the sant, of such a saintly person, and of the divine. They don't harbor the same reverence, maybe even aversion. So in what way are they redeemed? Sriji Maharaj answered, Devahuti harbored profound love towards Kardam Rishi as her husband, yet she was redeemed because of her affection for him. The 50 daughters of King Mandhata, who married Saurbhari Rishi, were attracted to him by his handsome appearance. Although their affection for Saurbhari was born of lust, still they all attained liberation like Saurbhari Rishi himself. Therefore, if all the members of a family in which there is a devotee believe, we are indeed very fortunate to have a devotee in our family, and keep affection for the devotee with such an understanding of their glory, then all of the members of that family will attain liberation. Even if the devotee's forefathers who have died have gone to Svarg, heaven, realize, we are indeed very fortunate to have a devotee in our family, and they also keep affection for the devotee, then those forefathers will attain liberation as well. However, a person who keeps animosity towards a devotee does not attain liberation. As their hatred increases, their mind becomes more and more polluted. In fact, when they die, they fall into the same pit of Narak, lower region, as that entered by a person who has committed the 5 grave sins. I also want to point out, although we are using the terms heaven and synonyms for hell, it's different than what we might be familiar with in Abrahamic tradition, which is a permanent place. In Hindu traditions, heaven and hell are like vacations for the soul. Just like a vacation on earth, you can't go there forever. Once all your good deeds run out, you come back. And it's also like a jail sentence. Once all your bad deeds have run out, then you come back to the world as well. Thus, all those who have affection for a devotee, regardless of whether they are family members or not, attain liberation. Thereafter, Naja Jogia asked, suppose there is one devotee with absolute, or rather resolute faith, and another with only a little faith. Although outwardly they both appear to be good, how can the two be recognized? Sriji Maharaj explained, one who has precise jnana, precise knowledge of the nature of the Atma, the true self, firm vairagya, dispassion towards worldly or materialistic things, as well as perfect bhakti, loving devotion, and swadharma, the highest, the deepest kind of righteous duty. They should be known to have perfect faith. Even if one of these 4 factors is lacking, then despite having faith, it is still without the knowledge of divine glory. If all 4 factors are totally present, then that should be known as faith, coupled with the knowledge. And thus we conclude this reading of the Vachanāmrut. So, thank you for listening. Hence, wherever we see someone with such faith, and faith that includes those 4 things, which is the nature of the self, knowing they know themselves to be beyond the body, beyond the mind, which means they're not going in pursuit of harboring resources to attend to just their body, their mind. They have firm vairagya, which means they have dispassion towards material objects, as well as unending love and devotion, and swadharma, a very high kind of ethical and moral lifestyle. Then such a person with faith we shall be honored to be around, especially if they're in our family. Thank you for listening.